So the question is, what institutional correction that holds imprisonment in 36 months? So when we say 36 months, it is equivalent to 3 years. So as far as I have researched, the correctional institution that had the authority to hold imprisonment of an individual within 36 months is the Bureau of Correction, or also known as BUCOR, because this is according to the revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act number 10575, otherwise known as the Bureau of Corrections Act of 2013. In Rule 1, in preliminary provisions, Section 1, this is the title and the purpose of the Bureau of Correction. This revised implementing the rules and regulations, hereinafter called the IRR, is hereby adopted and promulgated pursuant to Section 23, otherwise known as the Bureau of Corrections. For the purpose, so this is the purpose of the Bureau of Correction. So the purpose of prescribing and applying the necessary rules and regulations for strengthening of the correctional services. In a Rule 2 of this law, Rule 2, the general provisions, in Section 2, the declaration of the policy. It is the policy of the state to promote the general welfare and safeguard the basic rights of every prisoner incarcerated in our national penitentiary by promoting and ensuring their reformation and social reintegration. So, an environment conducive to rehabilitation and compliant with the United Nations standard minimum rules for the treatment of the prisoners. So, according to the, or also known as UNSMRTP. It also recognizes the responsibility of the state to strengthening the government capability to aim towards the institutionalization of highly efficient and competent correctional services. So, imprisonment and other measures which result in cutting off an offender from outside the world are effectively by the very fact of taking from the person to the right self-determination by depriving him of his liberty. Therefore, the prison of system shall not accept as incidental to justifiable segregation or the maintenance of the discipline, aggravate the suffering inherent in such situation. So, this is very clearly in the law or in the Republic Act of 2013. It is also explained that the BUCOR is one of the or the correctional institution that had the authority to imprison an individual in 3 years, because this is according to the law. The Republic Act 10575 that declared that the Bureau of Correction had the authority to prison an individual in 36 months. That's all.